My name is Connie Rakowsky, and I am a mediator and a lawyer, and I'm the Executive Director at Legal Advice and Referral Center. And I am here to talk to you about mediation and the whole process in the foreclosure context. Mediation is often misunderstood. It is not litigation. There is no judge making a decision in mediation. It is not arbitration. It's often confused with arbitration. There's no arbiter deciding how a conflict can be worked out. Instead, mediation is just a facilitated conversation in a conference room as opposed to in a courtroom, where people try to work out their differences. All kinds of issues can be worked out at mediation. There is no real formal way to handle mediation. It's very, very flexible. It is highly successful when people get together in a room, and that's because of a couple of reasons. One, the process is confidential, and that means that whatever is said in a mediation stays in the mediation. Two, the process is flexible and informal, and so therefore people don't worry as much about going into a mediation as they would into a courtroom. The process is successful also because there is a trained mediator, a trained facilitator in the room to help people talk to each other, usually in ways that they haven't been able to talk to each other before. And that's quite important because often if people have been trying to resolve their disputes and they've been unsuccessful, if you have a neutral change the tone or say the same words out of a neutral's mouth, often people will hear each other in ways that they haven't been able to hear each other before. I've seen that happen many, many times. It sounds a little silly, but I can guarantee you that it really works to have a neutral involved in the conversation. The last reason that mediation works so well is because people are paying attention. It's not as though you have someone with a computer screen in front of them and is reading their email at the same time they're having a conversation or doing anything else. Rather, it's an undistracted time in which people can get together and focus solely and completely on the matter at hand. It's a process that is successful. It's successful in a lot of areas other than foreclosure, and it has been successful in the foreclosure area as well. About half of the people that have gotten together, homeowners and lenders that have gotten together around a mediation table, have settled their disputes to date. About a quarter of the others that have gotten together have settled them, but they're yet waiting for things to happen or approvals to take place. But the process has not been in existence for more than about 6 months, so it is still in the early stages of the process. The process is free, and that's because a number of charities have generously donated funds to pay these experienced trained mediators to do the work. So that's very helpful for folks to know that they don't have to pay a mediator in order to participate. There's only a couple of ways in which what you need to do as a homeowner to qualify for the process. And I direct you to the website of the Judicial Branch, Office of Mediation, and then go to Foreclosure Mediation. And the people that are running this seminar will be handing out a copy of this document and be able to show you where the website is. But that document will show you just there's 5 questions you need to satisfy in order to participate. 1, are you living in a 1 to 4 family residence? The answer is yes. That's good, you will qualify. 2, are you a borrower? You don't have to have all the borrowers present, but the more borrowers present, the better. 3, is the mortgage at risk of default? Or do you have a foreclosure notice? You don't have to be in foreclosure. You don't have to have received a notice of default or a foreclosure notice in order to participate. If there's a risk, then you can participate in this program. 4, have you met with a HUD counselor? We strongly, strongly urge you to meet with a HUD counselor before you participate in this process. A HUD counselor will be able to help you figure out whether you're going to be able to pay, whether you're going to be able to find a reasonable exit. Sometimes the negotiation is all about finding some sort of a palpable, a reasonable way to exit from the home. But it's helpful to meet with a HUD counselor, and the list of HUD counselors is will be available at this seminar. And then the last question we ask is, have you applied and been rejected for another foreclosure mediation program, foreclosure prevention program? And if that answer is no, it will be distributed in the seminar and send it in to the Office of Mediation. And they will then do the work of reaching your lender. I know a lot of times people have a difficult time reaching their lender and talking to the same person twice, but the benefit of this program is that we have set it up so that the judicial branch contacts the lender and tries to get them to agree to come to the mediation table. And they've been very successful. They've been very dogged in their attempts to reach people that have authority to come to the table, and they've been successful in doing that. So I encourage you to seek these forms and seek a mediation resolution because they can be successful, because it is a rational way to try to resolve the issue of your potential foreclosure, and because the number of remedies that you have available to you can all be taken care of in the context of a mediation. One phone number I would encourage you to call in the event that you have questions about the mediation process, and that's at the Office of Mediation. Karen Borgstrom is the director, and her number is 271-6418, and her extension is 340.